you for watching. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day so far. Today's tutorial is on this classic fall glam look right here. I tried to keep it nice and light and easy on the eyes, and then you just throw on a bold lip and you're ready to go. You can play around with color tones. You can make this a totally cool tone look, a totally warm tone look. You can use the same techniques but with blue and green eyeshadow. This is such a versatile, easy look. So if you're interested, then please keep watching. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see more tutorials and videos like this one. Alright guys, so today I am using the Morphe 35O palette for this look because I just bought the Morphe 35O 2 palette. I'm super excited about it, so I wanted to do a fall tutorial using this really classic palette, and then I'm going to come in and do a new fall tutorial when I get the Morphe 35O 2 palette. So just kind of to compare so that I've been able to use this one recently and really compare it to the next one. So look out for that video. I'm super excited about it. And yeah, I guess let's just jump into the tutorial. I guess I just wanted to let you guys know that. So the first brush I'm going to pick up, all my brushes need to be washed, so I'm so sorry, they're really dirty. But the first brush I'm picking up is one of my favorites. This is the Morphe M441 brush. This is great to lay down a transition shade. As you can tell, it is loved. And from the Morphe 35O palette, I am going to first pick up this shade right here. I finally figured out my whole filming setup, where my lights are, where I want my camera to be, my stuff in front of me. Like it's good. So anyway, into the makeup now. I'm going to start by just washing that into my crease, or buffing, whatever you want to call it. Put this eyeshadow in your crease. Don't be afraid to be a little sloppy with this shadow at first, because this is just going to help us blend everything else out in a little bit. So I like to use circular motions while I go back and forth between inner to outer corner to really help blend. And then once I feel like I've got things blended enough, that's when I go in and kind of start to do little windshield wiper motions like that. Chapstick, because it's midterms week and I've been picking my lips. Stressed. So leave me a comment down below just so I can get to know you guys better. What are some of your favorite makeup looks for fall? Do you like kind of the classic bronzy eye and bold dark red lip? Do you like to do just dark red lips and lashes? What's your fall makeup style? I would say mine, I actually think a lot of bronzer is really pretty for fall. I don't know why. I think those brown tones just almost kind of play into everything and bring a lot of warmth to your face, which I really like all year round, because you guys know for summer I like to be bronzy. However, I think it's really pretty for fall and winter, for to have matte bronzers, if that makes sense. Normally I like a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glow, but I think a matte bronzer is gorgeous. I don't think I'll ever not highlight my face though, with a, a glow highlighter. Okay, so then next I'm just going into my Wet n Wild blending brush. I really don't know if this has a name. I don't see one on the brush. And I'm just going to blend out those edges that I just laid down, just to make sure we have no harsh lines. This is one of the softest brushes I've ever laid my hands on. Alright, so the next shade I'm going to go ahead and pick up is this one right here. And the brush I'm using to do that is also from Morphe. This is a Morphe B38. This is a little bit more precise of a blending brush than the first brush that I used, so it's nice to kind of start with fluffier, wider brushes when you first start applying your eyeshadow, and then as you work your way down to darker colors, it's nice to go in with something that's a little bit more precise. And what I'm doing is I'm going to start this on my outer corner and just work this in. Just work it in. I think I'm kind of going for a classic cut crease today with warm tones and a lighter shade on my lid. Not really sure, but definitely I want something that's easier to achieve. And then once I'm done blending that color, I'm just going back into my original brush with no additional product on it. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just blending those two shades together. Woohoo! The next shade I'm going to pick up is this one right here. This is between the darker orangey red in the palette. This shade right here is what I'm picking up. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the same brush. However, for this shade, I'm going to pick up a little bit less product at first, just to make sure that I don't overdo it, because I don't want my eyes to be too heavy. So I'm just going to work that in the crease. I'm not really going to worry about my outer corner too much right now, because I'm still deciding on if I think I want to do a cut crease or not. So I'm going back into my Morphe M443 and that first original transition shade that I picked up, and I'm just going to tap off most of it and just kind of go back in and make sure everything is really nicely blended. I'm kind of putting this all over my crease. I'm not putting this just on the outer corner or outer portions of my eyeshadow. This is one thing I do personally that helps me to blend it really quickly. Alright, the next shade I am going to pick up is in the bottom row in the middle. It's this really pretty fudgy dark brown down here, and I'm going to use the Morphe B42 brush. I use Morphe brushes so much that the numbers and everything like that wear off. Actually, I do that to a lot of my brushes. I have a lot of good e.l.f. ones in here, some NYX ones, some Real Techniques, and I'm just in the market for new brushes. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and do a cut crease. So what I'm going to do is not worry about putting this on my outer corner so much. However, I do want this on my outer crease. So if a little bit of it falls down, that's okay. However, I'm just not going to be packing it on my outer corner and blending, if that makes sense to you guys. Okay. And then the next thing I'm going to do real quick is just go back into that kind of red-brown shade that I put in my crease before the darker brown. And I'm just going to make sure that that dark brown is nice and blended in with the red brown. And then just one more time, I'm going back into my Wet n Wild brush and just kind of blending out and diffusing the edges of my eyeshadow. I don't know about you guys, some of you might be cringing right now, but I love bringing my eyeshadow like really close to the brow bone. I don't know, it's just me. I like how dramatic it looks. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start to cut the crease. Today I'm going to be using my Naked Skin, actually no. Favorite concealer for cutting the crease is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This stuff, I don't know, it's just really full coverage. It dries pretty quick, so I don't have to worry about messing up my eyeshadow, and it smells good. Okay. So I am going to use the, oh god, I think this is a Morphe B19. It's just a very small, flat shading brush, or detailer brush, whatever you want to call it. This is like the only brush I use for cut creases. The only. And a lot of times for cut creases, I like to get up close and personal with my mirror, so I'm going to try not to block you guys out, but if I do, I'm so sorry. So I have hooded eyes, so one thing I'm going to do, I'm telling you this now because I can't talk and do it, I'm going to kind of tilt my head back and look into my mirror as opposed to just looking into my mirror. This is going to help you be able to draw your cut crease in a way that you'll be able to see your lid shade as well as your eye crease shades. This is just going to help the cut crease look a little bit more dramatic. So basically what that's doing is just drawing the crease a little bit above your actual crease. So yeah, if you have hooded eyes, mine aren't as bad as hooded eyes can be. Not that hooded eyes are a bad thing, but they do tend to make cut creases a little bit difficult. So yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to be drawing my cut crease a little bit above my natural crease, and looking back helps to get that all done effectively. Alright, so once you've cut your crease and you kind of have everything filled in, I'm going to go back into my Morphe 35O palette, and I'm just going to pick up the lightest shade in the palette and put that everywhere that I put concealer on my lid. And then with a very small amount of brown eyeshadow, the darkest brown that we put in our crease, and a very small Real Techniques accent brush, I'm just going to brush along that cut crease. And this will kind of allow you to fix any mistakes, anything that you don't like. You can put this over the concealer and then go ahead and put the concealer down again to clean up, or even just soften up your cut crease, which in this case I think I might actually try to soften this up just a little bit. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, now you have to do the exact same thing to the other eye. So then the nice thing about knowing that I'm going to go in and soften up my cut crease anyway is for the second eye, you don't have to be as careful and as precise. You kind of just have to ballpark it and make sure your concealer is kind of even, and then it's just going to get diffused anyway. Alright, so today for my highlight for my eyes and eyebrow, I'm going to go ahead and use Aurora Geller's Gilded Honey, because that is what I used on the rest of my face. I'm trying to be a little even here, you know. Okay, my hair is just one big mess today. Oh my goodness. So what I'm doing here on my inner corner is I'm starting on my inner corner and I'm almost going like straight up. I saw Katie or Luster Lux do this and I really liked the way it looked. So I'm getting that whole area highlighted. Oh god. And I dropped my brush. Alright, so eyeliner with this look is optional, however I'm going to attempt. And today I'm using the Schwing liner from the Balm. Okay, all my hair behind my ear, no distractions. Okay, wow, I went for that. Alright, I always feel like I kind of need to take a little bit of break in between when I do my eyeliner. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and tightline my lashes. Honestly, guys, wish me luck right now because that's a big wing. I was thinking small wing. Oh, god damn it. Got some in my crease. Okay. Now that everything is all fixed, I'm gonna put some lashes on. Today, as always, I will be using the number 614s from Salon Perfect. You guys can buy these in a 5-pack for like $8 at Walmart. And these, if you guys have been watching my tutorials, you guys know these are like some of my favorite lashes. I don't think I've used wispies on my channel in the longest time. Like, these are so good. Okay, so while we're letting those lashes dry, we're going to go ahead and work on the lower lash line. Try to get all my crap out of the way. The first shade I'm going to actually go into is this orangey one right here. And I'm just using a small blending brush. This is something that I got out of a Cargo Cosmetics palette. I just want a little smidgen of orange in this here look. I can't not make ugly faces when I do my lower lash line makeup. Sorry. So I need some ideas, guys. What are you guys going to be for Halloween? Because I don't know. Like, my idea is I'll just paint something onto my face and call it a day. Alright, so now the next color I'm going to go into is the dark brown that we already used in the bottom row of the palette, or any dark brown. If you want to go darker, go ahead. And then I'm also just going to use the same little brush that I used to soften up my crease. And I'm going to push this up against my lower lash line and then blend it down. So next I'm going in with that same pure liner. By the way, this is the On Point liner, and this is sold at Kohl's, just so you guys know, because I would know. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in my lower lash line, and then I'm also going to kind of blend it down into the black. I'm going to be a little messy with it. Okay. And then I'm just going to go back into that dark brown one more time. And push it onto whatever I got into the brown just to make sure it sets and does not run down my eyes and face. Alright, so to finish off the eyes, there's one more step. That is mascara. Today I'm using a Scuba from the Balm. The Balm. So that does it for the eyes. Now we just have to finish off the lips. Anytime before I do a matte lip, like to apply some type of lip moisturizer. And for fall today, I'm going dark red. And I think I'm kind of going to do a little bit of a lip ombre and brighten up the inner area of my lip. So let's get it. And then since I don't want to ruin this lipstick, what I'm going to do is just put it on the back of my hand and just dab from there. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. I absolutely love how it turned out. This is kind of exactly what I had envisioned. If this lip is a little too bold for you, you can always go ahead and do a nice nude or even do a pink. Really any lip would go with this eye look because it's so basic. So yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave for more awesome tutorials and videos like this one. So thanks again so much for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!